Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today, Citius Pharmaceuticals CTXR just filed an 8K, and I am seeing a key update on their financial results. Quick note, this is not financial advice, just my take on public filings for educational purposes. They announced their third quarter financial results, and we'll dive into what those numbers really mean for the company. This is a current report filed by companies with the US Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC. It is used to announce major events that shareholders should know about. Think of it as a company's way of quickly informing the public about significant news. Citius Pharmaceuticals Incorporated is a specialty pharmaceutical company focused on developing and commercializing therapies that address unmet medical needs. They are working on treatments for various conditions. This particular filing is about their financial performance for the third quarter of their fiscal year 2026, which ended around the 14th of August. 2026. This section is where companies report on their financial performance. Citius Pharmaceuticals Incorporated announced their results for the third quarter of fiscal 2026 on the 14th of August 2026. They issued a press release to share this information, and that press release is included as part of this filing. So, the most important part of this filing is the press release itself. This is where we get the actual financial numbers and management's commentary on their performance. Companies use these releases to highlight good news and explain any not. So good news. Let's look at the context provided by the research. Citius Pharmaceuticals Incorporated is in the healthcare and biotechnology sector. The company has a relatively small market cap around $21 million, and the stock price is hovering around 76 cents. They also have a small number of employees, just 23. This suggests a company that is still in its growth or development phase. Recent headlines show that they announced these fiscal third quarter 2026 financial results. There was also news about a significant stake in the company being reported by a holder, which is always interesting to see. Analysts have been looking at them, wondering if they are among the best rated penny stocks, and there is discussion about a program priorities checkpoint which likely relates to their drug development pipeline. Some also see them as potentially nearing break-even. Looking at institutional holders, companies like Geode Capital Management and Vanguard Capital Management hold small stakes, which is common for many publicly traded companies. Now, let's dig into what Citius Pharmaceuticals Incorporated might have reported in that press release. While the actual financial tables are not directly in this 8K filing, the filing tells us that the press release contains the results. Typically, in a quarterly report like this, investors are looking for key metrics such as revenue, cost of goods sold, operating expenses, and net income or loss. For a company like Citius Pharmaceuticals Incorporated, which is likely focused on research and development, revenue might be limited, and they could be reporting a net loss. This is not unusual for biotech companies in their early stages. The key is to see if their cash burn rate is sustainable and if they are making progress towards commercialization or profitability. The filing also mentions the company's common stock trading symbol, CTXR, on the Nasdaq Capital Market. This means it is a publicly traded company on a major exchange, which gives it a certain level of visibility and liquidity. The par value of a stock is a nominal amount assigned to the stock. For Citius Pharmaceuticals Incorporated, it is 1,000th of a cent. This low par value is very common and doesn't have much bearing on the stock's actual market price. What matters more is the number of shares outstanding and the market's perception of the company's value. This part lists the documents that are being filed along with the main report. Here they've listed the press release we talked about as Exhibit 99.1, and also the cover page formatted in INEX BRL, which is an interactive data format for financial reporting. The filing is signed by Leonard Mazur, who is the Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of Citius Pharmaceuticals Incorporated. This is the authorized person from the company officially submitting this report to the CC. So what is the story here? Citius Pharmaceuticals Incorporated is reporting its quarterly financial results. The crucial information will be in that press release. We need to look for signs of progress in their drug development pipeline, how they are managing their cash, and their revenue generation. Given their size and industry, it is common to see a focus on R&D investment rather than immediate profits. A key question for investors will be how Citius Pharmaceuticals Incorporated is progressing towards its goals. Are they hitting their development milestones? Is their funding strategy sound? The numbers in the press release will give us a clearer picture of their financial health and operational momentum. For a company like this, a comparable to keep in mind might be other small cap biotech firms. When these companies are in the development phase, consistent progress in their research pipelines and efficient use of capital are paramount. A delay in a clinical trial or a significant increase in spending without corresponding progress can lead to negative sentiment. On the flip side, Positive clinical trial results or strategic partnerships can significantly boost their outlook. Considering the market capitalization and the stage of development, the main risk for Citius Pharmaceuticals Incorporated is often the inherent uncertainty in drug development. The success of their therapies is not guaranteed, and regulatory approvals can be a long and complex process. However, the opportunity lies in the potential for a breakthrough therapy to address a significant unmet medical need, which could lead to substantial growth. What I am actually looking for is concrete evidence of their pipeline advancing and a clear path to revenue generation. Oh, and the research tools I actually use are linked in the description. They help keep this channel going. That is my take. Stay decoded. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps. And subscribe for more deep dives. Check out the Discord in the description.